Alright, so now I just want to talk about some foreign motorsports that I've been watching, because I try to watch as much everything as possible. Easiest to watch things on TV, on cable, or whatever's on TV. When you don't know about something and they make you do it on, they make you find some streaming thing. That's not a way to discover something new, and then there's going to be something on TV, you wind up just watching that instead. Like IndyCar's on main Fox. If I don't have streaming, I'll just watch whatever was on cable or Fox, or whatever I was given anyway. You don't want to have the burden of choice where there's like a million options. You go to, imagine if you bought, I don't know, I don't have the Flow Racing app, but I'd imagine if I buy the Flow Racing app, I'm just going to be scrolling the entire time, unable to make a decision on what cool, exciting, incredible, awesome, neat form of racing I want to watch today. Spend the whole hour that I devoted to watching something just scrolling and not making a decision. Bit awkward at a red light now. Feeling like, once you get moving, then okay. Now I don't look like a crazy guy talking to himself, which I am, but I want to be a one view. Yeah, sure. Anyway, one thing I wanted to just talk about was rallycross. I started watching rallycross in 2011 in June. It was the Pikes Peak race at the Pikes Peak Raceway. That was the first rallycross race that I ever watched. It was on ESPN or ESPN2 or whatever. And came on after the Nationwide Series race at Road America, where it was a controversial finish. I don't remember exactly who did what, but it was ending under caution, and it's like a 4-mile lap, so they were running out of fuel, and somebody ran out, Allgaier or Sorensen, one of them, I don't know. Then Ron Fellows won, or thought he won or something, I don't remember. Maybe part of why I don't remember is because something so cool came on right after that. It was the first time I've ever seen this thing called rallycross, called Global Rallycross, GRC. Pikes Peak International Raceway. And watching that, cars going left and right, jumping, it was like motocross with cars. I just thought it looked so cool. My dad, he was watching it with me too. He thought it looked so cool. There was this car called a Skoda that I never heard of before. Michael Heurenberg was driving it, and it had, if the finish to the Nationwide race at Road America was exciting, this one was out of this world. I think Gronholm won by a mile because he dominated that year. Everything he raced, he pretty much won when he was at GRC those 2 years before he got hurt. But when, I think second place, I think that was this collision on the last lap, the Joker lane, merging back into the normal lane right before the finish line. It was awesome. I think it was Faust and Heurenberg maybe collided. I don't remember exactly who, but I just remember it was an epic finish, and they both wiped each other out coming down to the finish for second place. That track was awesome. All the rallycross tracks after that in GRC, I was kind of not as impressed with. Because GRC is different than like the European rallycross. I always felt it just had something a little different. It was, GRC was kind of born from X Games, which is known for flair, pizzazz, something exciting. The drivers themselves, not all of them were like core rally car stage rally guys, or you had all the big action sport stars from X Games. You had Pastrana, Deegan, all the two-wheeled guys, and then you had like Dave Mira, Bucky Lassick, and those types. Robbie Madison, he drove a rally car, I think at X Games in 2011 maybe. He was in like Reese Millen's second car. But you had like Tanner Kraus from Top Gear. You just had big stars. Ken Block from, even though these guys are real car racers, lifelong car racers or rally people or whatever. It's like Ken Block, big star, Gymkhana videos, DC shoes, that awesome splatter paint, monster paint scheme from 2011. There were kids at school that probably didn't even know who Ken Block was. They just bought like a DC skate shoes that had that splatter paint design, that black and white. That was awesome. And you just had like the bigger stars, so of course the tracks could probably be a little more spicy and interesting. The tracks in Europe, because it's such a core sport, all the grassroots guys have to do that. It's like you're not going to have an over-under gap jump for some of the lower classes or the slower cars. That's a great way to wreck your car, hurt somebody who works a 9 to 5. Maybe the over-under gap jumps are only really suited for like the top level supercar class with the big sponsors. For the top guys, this is pretty much all they do. But I thought the over-under jump was awesome. I loved that. And having that be the Joker, I still like the Joker kind of being the long cut. I think at Snoqualmie Dirtfish 2011, the gap jump Joker was a shortcut. I like when they were made out of dirt too. But at Pikes Peak, they started on the pit